welcome back to Milton Mo Junction. This is the second in the videos or the series of creating this last area that I need to scenery on this side. So I'll probably do this area in different parts, and I'll just put it up when I've done it, and it may take a little bit longer because I don't want the videos to be too long. A, because it will bore you, and B, because it takes so long to upload. So this is, as I say, the second, and what I've done so far is I've built the second buffer stop and fixed it to the track and painted it. Now what I've done is I've just done a single coat of, at the moment anyway, single coat of I've put on, I think it's gunmetal silver, and I've dulled the track underneath it the same colour as well. So what I intend to do is sort of paint it up rusty and the colours that I want it to be, perhaps a red on the crossbar. And then I've got a few decisions, one of which is, do I paint up the lamp on the top, which it wouldn't be working in that situation, or do I cut it off and at a later date put a working lamp on there. I'm going a little bit more to that way of thinking, although of course I could just paint it up white and perhaps red in the lens and leave that temporarily and cut it off later when I fix perhaps a real light there, but I'm not sure which way I'll go yet. The other decision I have to make is whether to do the same on these three bits that I've done on previous bits, which is extend them out a little bit to the edge of the supporting beams, if you like. I think I probably will, if for nothing else. It just gives me a little bit more room at the end of the track there, so that if something falls off, it's not going to drop onto the floor. It'll be on the extra long bit, or the wider bit. So as I say, I'm heading towards that idea at the moment, and I've got to decide what to do at this end. I need to sort of think what material I'm going to use. Well, and probably for all of this I may just extend it into a yard, and it will be a mixture of ballast, gravel or cinders, and see what happens. I've still got to make the backing to put some coal on there, and I've still got to get hold of some coal and some other bits and pieces I need. Where were we? Sorry about the interruption. I had a phone call, but rather than come back to what I was talking about, I pretty much finished anyway. I carried on and did a bit more work before I did this video. Basically what I've done is I've put another coat of paint on both of the buffers. This time it's Sleeper Grime, which is just dulled them down. Obviously they need some more work done on them. And of course I was going to do the red bar, but that can all be done once the ballasting is done anyway, so that's not too bad. I can do that, as I say, later, so I thought I'd get on with the ballasting. What I'm trying to do here is make it quite thick and sort of a mixture of normal ballast and a lot more ash, and of course I've now got to set that. I haven't done that yet, and the idea is what I'll do is it'll probably drop a little bit when it's wet and setting. Once it's done that and it's dry, I'll probably do a bit more covering up of some sleepers and things with either some coal dust or some more of the cinders. But as you can see from the bottle there, I've almost finished the cinders, which is another reason that I didn't complete the end up there. What I've done again, I put some more foam sheets down that's so much so I save some of the cinders really, because I don't want it really thick. So I've glued some of the foam sheets down and started cindering over them, pretty much the same as I did the other end, but as I said before, the cinders are running out, so I haven't sort of finished that. So the next job really is to set this ballast, glue it, spray it, and set it, which I'll do next. But in the meantime, I'm just waiting to get some more supplies, as I said earlier. So I'll leave it at that and come back when I've done a bit more. Welcome back. As you can see, I've done a little bit more work. Most of it that you can actually see is construction work of the actual layout, the actual baseboard. I've extended the last 3 sections out to the edge of the trusses. I've put in the end boards and painted them so that they now match up with the rest of them. As I say, they're only scrap bits of wood, and I'm not building the Sistine Chapel, so it does its purpose. I've used what I've got available, so I'm reasonably pleased with how that's come out. I've had to extend the back scene over there a little bit. It was curled round and made an edge, but now of course I've got to end it and extend it. So basically what I've done is I've just unpeeled it from curved where it was curved round and put another short board on, extended it. It's not perfect, but it's not too bad. I've still got to put some more greenery along the bottom of it and obviously finish off along the base, but other than that it's reasonably okay. You may or may not see that I've done a little bit more work on the first track, the track nearest the cobbles or the granite sets. I've put in some more coal dust and some what is it, the cinders that I had left, the last of the cinders. So again, I'm waiting for supplies now. Thanks for all your comments on the last video. I had realised I hadn't actually finished the cobbles or granite sets. I've just left it as it is at the moment because I wanted to get the coal staves built on that side, or as I say, I may not have coal staves, as it may just be a storage area for piles of coal, and I'll build like a back of a coal staves along the whole length. But of course I'm waiting for bits of material to build those with, or at least I need a tool that I've ordered to cut them so that they'll all be the same length, rather than just saw away at them like I've been doing in the past when I just wanted a few bits. I'll need a load of bits of sleeper cut from some lengths of basswood that I've got. That'll need staining or painting, so I've got a lot of work to do before I can actually build them. My idea, as I say, was to build some more individual coal staves on this side, so I need to do that before I do any more out here, so that'll all take time. I've still got work to do on the cobbles, the weeds and bits and pieces that I'm going to decide to do where they are. So I hadn't not done that on purpose. It's just I wanted to do a bit more. But thanks for those that have commented and sort of mentioned that it make it more realistic with perhaps some weeds. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to leave it. I wasn't ever intending to leave it completely bland. It needs to have a little bit of work done on it. There will be some weeds, there will be some piles of coal and lots of coal dust, so that's still to be done. I'll probably weather the building there and put some foliage around some sides of it, at least where it's grown up, where people haven't been walking. The back of the mound would be filled in. You may not even see that if it's behind a wall, but a wooden wall as it were. But even so, I'll have to fill it in, and the wall won't be the whole length, so there will be some bits at the end I need to fill in. So that still needs to be done. I still need to paint the buffers the proper colours, but I'm waiting to do that. So now I've got a choice really. I could have just waited for the materials to turn up and the tool to turn up and shown you a bit more, or and then published it afterwards, but I think what I'm going to do is publish this now, because it's probably getting quite long anyway, and make a separate one. Probably be about 3 weeks or so now till I get around to being able to get up here and do it. But yeah, I'll probably do that. But once again, thanks for watching. Feel free to comment and suggest. I'm quite pleased if you do, or quite happy if you do. At least it shows people are showing an interest. So yeah, and subscribe if you wish. But once again, thanks and bye.